Hello ladies, it's Caitlin aka Rivka Ben Shmuel, and I have gotten a lot of requests to do the Zig Zag that I did for Hanukkah. One of the unusual things that I did with it was I used a Pashmina and a shimmery, not two shimmeries. You can do this with two shimmeries, but since I did it with a Pashmina and a shimmery, it's a little bit different. So we're going to start with first folding the scarf to fit your head. I'm still kind of learning to eyeball this one, so pardon me. Make sure that one end is super short, one end is super long. With the Pashmina, you basically only want to have the tail exposed. The first thing we're going to do, put it on at an angle. And I like a really severe angle for this look. How short is my tail? I need my tail to be a little shorter. Well, let me go ahead and try this again. I like to work with only one volumizer on this because with two volumizers you kind of get too much poof, and my head is big enough as it is. Plus the Pashmina, I guess, is going to give you a super ton of volume. Okay, so we've got a really short tail, and basically all you want is just the fringes hanging down, so super short. One at an angle. Let's go ahead and get that angle a little bit more severe to there. And we've got one on. So as you can see, it's caught a little bit on the velvet headband. All right, next up is the shimmery. So for the shimmery, again, we're going to fold it to fit our heads. And we are going to, again, super short, super long. You really just want the fringes hanging down, because with this look, you're going to need as much scarf as you can possibly get. So now what I do is I'm going to tie the gold over. Now I want you to see this over the brown tail and under this brown tail. So Andrea's done this a couple of times in her videos, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure that you know, one over, one under. So we've got the basics. We've got the first part of our shimmery. If I can pull this out, there we go. And then, actually that tail needs to be a little longer. So we're gonna readjust. Now I warn you guys ahead of time, I've only done this a handful of times. It was kind of a Shabbat miracle that I got this to work in the first place. So I'm kind of hoping that, you know, having played with it a couple of times since then, it should work. So anyway, we've got super short tails over here, basically just the fringes. And we've got some good severe angles. Make sure, of course, that it's smooth by your face. Now, later on, you can go ahead and pull it off of your ears, but for right now, you want it kind of on. This brown needs to come forward a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's your first one. So with the gold, because the super shimmery is so super long and also the gold is over here, you're going to put the Pashmina on this side, the gold on this side. Now, what I'm going to do next is I have to get this to be nice and solid color, pull it over. Now, I like it to go a little in the back, and you'll see why at the end. So definitely make sure that you've got a little bit going on in the back. Pull it forward. Okay, and then pull it around. So then you've still got some tail here. So there's that. Now with this super shimmery, we're gonna go under the tails. Why not? And again, I don't like this one to be a little big, but some people do. Pull it forward. This is your basic zigzag. The one tip I will give you is that with the Pashmina, you're gonna have to pull it. It's not something that comes very easy. So it needs to stay close to your head. If it doesn't stay close to your head, you're going to have volume. So again, you may want to pull it here when it gets to this point. Make sure it's nice and taut, and as Andrea does, pull it under your armpit. Now you see we still have some tail left for the brown Pashmina. So what I'm going to do is pull that and cover over again. So again, you see you've got a little bit of tail hanging down. For me, I'm going to go ahead and tuck it under. So tuck it under. And you've got this guy. Just make sure he's nice and smooth because he is your last one. There we go. And then, oh, the dogs are going crazy, probably because the mailman is here with my latest Amazon purchase. Now again, you see how the tails are not so long enough that you can tuck them under. Well, remember we did that brown pashmina a little long in the back? We're going to go ahead and just tuck it in here. Tuck in all the tails here. Tuck them in there. Then you've got your little tail hanging down, and you've got your zigzag. So adjust as necessary. For me, I added some earrings, and boom, there you go. That's how I did it. And then you'll just pull this a little out, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the back. It's probably a total rat's nest, but I got a lot of compliments on it, so it didn't look that bad, obviously. So that's what it looks like in the back. And there you go. Hopefully this works for you guys. Thanks.